I wasn't lucky enough to get myself a Gala Founders Node. At today's price of over $90,000, it is unaffordable for a lot of people, including myself. But I think I've found a new up and coming project which focuses on the same areas that Gala do from a gaming perspective, and I think it could be a good opportunity. Welcome back to Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. So recently, a project went live that is highly similar to Gala in terms of their gaming ecosystem and what it has to offer. And this is a specific project that I've started paying attention to, and I think other people should definitely take a look at. Of course, it's not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own further research before investing any of your money. But the specific project I'm covering today is Myria. So the token sale for Miria, the token itself actually went live a few days ago, on Thursday, the 6th of April. And since then, the price has literally stagnated. It hasn't moved much. You can see here the current price is 0.0075. So it hasn't really done much since it went live. I think it spiked up as high as just under a cent, and at the moment you can see here the price really not moving much, and this could be a good opportunity to start accumulating yourself some Myria tokens. I'm specifically looking at getting some Myria tokens to buy a one of their nodes, which we'll take a look at. But if we just dive into the white paper just to understand a bit about what Myria is all about. So Myria is an Ethereum L2 scaling solution, built using basically Starkware's ZK rollups. And basically what they're seeking to do is provide um, an ecosystem which has zero gas fees when minting and trading NFTs, for example, as well as in terms of gaming itself. You can see here it launched in August 22, and it has over 250 partners which have basically joined Myria and minted over 500,000 NFTs on their platform. So another similar project which aims to provide zero gas fees on minting of NFTs is IMX, of course. So this could potentially be one of the competitors for IMX. And if we just have a look further down in terms of what they have to offer, so obviously the Myria token is an ERC20 token itself, and we can see here, obviously, here they talk about how big the gaming sector is, so over $200 billion, and is growing at a rate of 12% per year. So a lot of opportunity in this space, of course, from the gaming sector. The gaming sector, it's been touted a lot that the gaming sector will lead the next bull run. So hence why it should definitely be on everyone's radar to make sure that they've got aspects of gaming projects in their portfolio. And this is definitely one that I will potentially be looking to add myself. You can see here what else can we see from the white paper. Not much else that really I want to call out from the white paper. Obviously, they've got their Miria wallet, and again, this works very seamlessly with MetaMask. And what they're trying to do here is, when you're using a Miria wallet, you won't even actually know that you're basically using any form of crypto. So it's the way it integrates very nicely into a MetaMask with MetaMask works really well. And in terms of Myria itself, so obviously it's got various revenue streams. So you've got the protocol fee, you've got the marketplace fee, and then you've got sales of any sort of NFTs, any sort of gaming sales that happen, that will be another revenue stream. And my specific area of interest with Myria, so they've got their Myria nodes. So the nodes, there'll only ever be 40,000 Myria nodes. And obviously the sale for these specific nodes is starting on the 10th of April. So literally in about 24 hours from the time of recording this video. And there'll be obviously similar to the way Gala works, is there'll be daily rewards emitted for node operators, which I'll show you basically in a second in terms of when we look at the tokenomics, what that is distributed and what that could potentially mean for node operators. So let's take a look actually at specifically a bit more about the distribution. So just on crypto rank, just to have a look at a bit more detail on Myria. So the actual launch of the token itself, the token sale was at 0.002, so the price is only 3x from that starting point. So it's again a good entry if you want to acquire yourself some Myria tokens. So the area you want to focus on here is, you can see here what the tokenomics look like, and specifically the area of interest is the node emissions for node operators. So specifically 36% of the 50 million is reserved for node operators. That works out to be roughly about 18 billion tokens. So over the lifetime of the nodes, 36% of that will go to node owners. And if you've got about 40,000 nodes live, you can do the calculation there in terms of how many tokens that would mean. I think that's roughly about 450,000. So that's obviously worst case in terms of over the lifetime, how many daily rewards, and that assumes that everyone buys them on day one and everyone gets them online from day one. That's highly never going to be the case. So I would expect that you could potentially have maybe, I don't know, maybe let's say you've got about 15,000 online. That would at least guarantee you roughly about, over the lifetime of having the node, roughly about 1.2 million worth of Myria tokens over the lifetime, as a guess. So that's just something to bear in mind, and this is specifically what I'm eyeing up in terms of the nodes. But just having a look, other areas that were of interest to me was when I saw this in terms of potential partners. So you can see here some of the big names that they've partnered up with in the gaming sector. So Myria have partnered up with, you've got Epic Games, you've got EA, you've got Goldman Sachs, you've got Tencent, you've got Marvel. So this is just something I came across on this website, and I'm still trying to do a bit of digging in myself to understand exactly how or where these partnerships were announced. So it's definitely something of interest to me, and I think if they do have these partners, I think that means Myria could be absolutely huge and definitely one to keep your eye out on. And if we just have a look at some of the games in their ecosystem, so they've got, when I started looking at this, you will scroll for a few pages, and they've got a lot of games in the pipework. So it just goes to show the level of opportunity should these, all you need is maybe a handful of these to be successful, and you'll make absolutely insane gains. You've got a lot of RPG games, as you can see here. You've got a few metaverse games, and you've also got some meme-like games. So various things that they're focused on, but they've got over 200 games in development. So all you need is for some of these to be hits, and you'll be absolutely laughing. So again, this is just something that's piqued my interest. So just a bit more specific information around the node sale happening in a few days. If you've got experience of running of nodes, you can either run it on your computer or you can run it using a virtual private server. If I'm able to get myself a node, I am going to be running it using a virtual private server. It just makes it easier in terms of maintaining the minimum requirement for uptime of running your node. It just makes it less hassle basically, and you just pay a monthly fee for running your node on that specific VPS server. And the system requirements here are outlined in terms of how much system requirements you need if you're running it on your own personal machine or indeed on your VPS server. So all those instructions are basically available in terms of what that is going to look like. And obviously, like I was saying here, talking about the distribution of the max supply, 36% being reserved for node emissions. So some nice handy information there available. And just in terms of the price itself, to finish off, you can see here the price. It's not going to be cheap, to be fair, but compared to a Gala Founders Node, which is valued at $90,000 plus, this is going to be starting at $4,500. Again, not cheap either, but a bit more affordable potentially. It will be sold in various batches, so after the end of each batch, the price is going to go up in increments basically. So the first batch valued at $4,500, then the next one goes up to by $95 to $4,595, and then the next one goes up to basically by $190 and so forth. So basically each time the price that it goes up by almost doubles, almost. So obviously the quicker you can get in, the cheaper or less, the cheaper it will be effectively. It's not saying that they're all going to sell out all at once, so just to make sure that it's viable for yourself before you obviously get involved. Again, it is potentially a bit of a high risky play when you compare it to Gala, but the way I'm looking at it is the potential opportunity when you look at all these games that they've got upcoming and in their ecosystem. And again, this is potentially like getting in from the ground up from when Gala first started. And obviously these guys, they've potentially got big partners, and I think this could be a fantastic opportunity to get involved. But I just thought I'd share that with you. Definitely worthwhile doing a bit of further research on Myria and just understanding about their ecosystem, because who knows where this could go. This could absolutely fly. But I just thought I'd share with you so you've got the opportunity to know about it. Hope you enjoyed that content, and I'll see you in my next video.